So I'm at Leeds Crown Court, where these men here, let me see. Right, lads, how you feeling? How you feeling about your verdict? How you feeling about your verdict? How you feeling about your verdict?
What verdict?
How you feeling about the verdict? You got your prison bag with you?
Yeah, look at you.
Got your bags with you? You got your bags with you?
Yeah.
How you feeling about the verdict?
Oh, I suck your mum's funny.
Yeah,
You got no guilt. Is there any guilt? Is there any guilt, mate? Is there any guilt?
Fucking dad, you son of a bitch.
So, as you can see there, doesn't seem like much guilt. Doesn't seem like anyone's ashamed. I'm outside Leeds Crown Court, where today 10 men are facing verdicts. They're verdicts for alleged grooming and rape scandal involving hundreds of young girls, but there's 18 victims come forward. Some of these girls were as young as 11. Let me read you the list of charges that these men are facing. There's 6 more who are still yet to come here. This is part 2 of the trial, you see, because 29 men, 29 people, 2 women are involved in this case. 30% of them are called Mohammed. 3 of the men walking in here today are called Mohammed. The defendants today, Mansour Akhtar. He's charged with rape, attempted rape and 2 counts of trafficking. Mohammed Akram. He is charged with 7 counts of rape, 3 counts of trafficking, child abduction, supplying drugs, sexual assault and making threats to kill. Wikas Mahmoud. He is charged with 3 counts of rape. Nazarat Hussain. He is charged with 3 counts of rape, attempted rape, inciting a female to engage in sexual activity. Sajid Hussain. He is charged with 3 counts of rape, facilitating the commission of sexual activity on a child and inciting a child into sexual activity. Mohammed Ifraz. He is charged with trafficking a female within the UK with a view of her sexual exploitation, rape, false imprisonment, child abduction, taking decent images of children, inciting children to engage in sexual activity. Fasil Nadeem. He is charged with supplying drugs, rape, possession of extreme pornography. Mohammed Azeen. Another Mohammed. He's charged with 3 counts of rape. Now, there is a reporting restriction on this case, so there's already been stage 1 of the trial. Think about how big these trials are. Think about the victims here. These victims, this trial only come to light in 2013 when a victim and her mother went to the police. These crimes were between 2004 and 2011. Now, obviously, back then, police ignored it. But I guarantee you the parents would have gone to the police in those same time periods. But these men, one of these men is actually working in a chicken shop, I believe. Currently working in a chicken shop in Huddersfield. Would you want your children going into a chicken shop where men are alleged to have gang raped and prostituted and trafficked and drugged young victims? Would you want them having contact? Anyway, we'll stay live. We'll wait for the other alleged offenders. I have to be super careful, you see, because when I was coming to these court cases, part of what the police did was they dawn raided me and they put me on a contempt of court charge, which would mean that I could face prison or I'm on a suspended sentence, because they don't want people reporting. They don't want the public watching these videos. They don't want you to see. You see the men walking in court there today. That man, who knows, he might get not guilty, but that man is alleged to have gang raped or been involved in rape and prostitution, etc., yeah, of young children. He didn't seem bothered, did he? In fact, he seemed aggressive, angry. Can you believe that bloke? Can you believe that bloke? He's walking past. I'm reporting on the fact that dozens of young children aged 11 have been groomed, raped and prostituted, and it's not any of his business or my business. It's not our problem. That's him. That's the problem. That is part of the problem. Knows nothing about the case. Nothing at all. Yeah, could be his sister. Could be his daughter. Until it is his sister or his daughter, that's the only time he'll probably wake up. Until then, it doesn't matter. As he told you, it doesn't matter. Scumbag. People like him are the reason this has been allowed to get away with for so long. It's no, what's it got to do with you? What's it got to do with you? What's it got to do with me? I'm an Englishman and they're English girls. They're women, they're young girls. And they're in our country and they're being groomed and raped because of that. It's got everything to do with me. So, as I said, the first part 1 of this trial has already concluded, because it's impossible to have a trial with 29 defendants at the same time. So this trial has been split into 3 sections. Part 1's already been concluded, but no one can report on whether they're found guilty or not guilty. Part 2 concludes with the jury are making their verdict now. Part 3 starts, I believe, in September. So these young children, after being raped, after being groomed, and their families, they then have to sit and watch for a year. A year. You know this lad who runs Generation Identity? I found out that the media had been harassing his family. Yeah? You want to harass someone's family? You see that man who was getting aggressive as he walked into court? The man who faces charges of child abduction, rape, prostitution. Harass him. Find him. Go knock on his door. Follow him. See where he works. See what he's doing. You want to stick pictures online and call people and slander people? How about you do it about them? Instead of do it about someone speaking about them. Again, if you're just joining us, there is a court case today where 10 men are expecting their verdicts. This court case involves 18 young girls, some as young as 11. There were actually, I believe, hundreds of victims in the Huddersfield area. Must be 18 young girls that they got to come forward. This all come after, some of them aged 11. The men face charges of prostitution, abduction, drug abuse, all these sort of charges and offences. In this case, there's 29 perpetrators, 2 Muslim women on this trial. Not this part, but they're on part of this 29 trial. 2 Muslim women. All of them are alleged to have been involved. So all of them are innocent until proven guilty. And 30% of them, if you're just joining us, are called Mohammed. They are from majority Pakistani community of Huddersfield, and these rapes happened between 2004 and 2011. The point is, in the early days with Rotherham, with Telford, you see these big scandals, they make national news. Now, what's happened is it makes local news. So there can be massive gang rapes, and just ask yourself this: if someone says something racist on a train, it makes national news. So why, every single time, are these sort of cases not being followed up? Why outside court today are there not dozens and dozens of national media waiting? Why are they not trying to approach these criminals, or show where they live, or show where they work, or show what they're doing? Or why? Oh, are you one of the 6 men who are waiting to come into court? Are you watching this? Because soon you'll be live to 7,000 people in a minute, and that will be shared and shared and shared. If you're watching it, share it. Share it, share it, share it. By the end of the day, hopefully millions of people have seen the faces of these alleged offenders.
Can I just say that man up there just gone like that to me? So that is quite offensive. Like
The man up there threatened to kill you?
Yeah. And I've just said I have nothing to do with it.
Officer, did you hear that? So a man just made threats to kill her. The Muslim man there.
If I did that, I'd be locked up for it.
And you're innocent. You're just.
I'm nothing to do with it.
There's nothing. Yeah.
I don't even know who I am.
So this is just a lady standing outside court, and the Muslim men who are all at the window are telling her she's dead. Of course. I'm on that way, lads and ladies. Hi, mate. How you doing, you all right?
Your wife's a prostitute.
My wife's a prostitute. My wife's a prostitute.
Rapist.
My wife's a prostitute. All of the remarks so far have been sexual, haven't they? First one said, fuck your mother. This one says your wife's a prostitute. Issues, serious issues. How you doing, mate? What are you in court for today, if you don't mind me asking?
I've been seeing your mum.
You've been seeing my mum. Another comment about a woman. What are you in court for, mate? How's the trial gone? How's the trial gone? Yeah, how's the trial gone? How's the trial gone, bro?
I'm the one in court.
You're the one in court, yeah? Why is he carrying your bag then? Anyway. Another comment about your mum. That's every single alleged person who's walked into... Cheers, mate, thanks. Every single alleged person who's walked into court today has made sexual references about women. strange. I have to be super careful because the police, somewhere right now, there'll be a police officer watching this video saying, can we fuck him? Can we pull him? And what they did me on last time, which was bullshit, was a contempt of court charge where basically 5 Muslims had gang raped a young child who asked for directions. They took her upstairs into their chicken shop and they raped her. I found out about this and I found out that those 5 men were all on bail. Well, one of them absconded to Afghanistan or something like that, and they got him, but he was remanded. The rest were out on bail. So I found out they were on bail, and guess what? They were still running the same chicken shop. So I went down to the chicken shop, they locked up the chicken shop, and then I went to the court case. And I stood outside the court, and I said to the police officer, hold on, the people in this community and the people in this town need to be aware that these men are alleged to have gang raped a child. There's still young children going in that chicken shop. So I'd say that the judge failed to protect the British people in that case. Those men should have been... They're all convicted now. They're serving 20 years. They all got convicted. So why were they walking around on bail? Why were they running a chicken shop? Why were they still out? Why? People get remanded for fuck all. Why were they allowed to continue running a chicken shop, dealing with young children in and out of their shop after gang raping a young child who was lost? Why? And because of that, I was dawn raided by the police and I faced charges where, thankfully, to people donating, I had 2 of the best QCs in the country and I got off with a 3-month suspended sentence, which I'm currently on now. So if the police can pin anything on me, I'll be going to jail for 3 months. Now, don't feel sorry for me, feel sorry for Paul Golding and Jayda Fransen because they're both in jail for that exact same case. They went to the, don't have to say alleged rapist, the child rapist's house, the man who raped a young girl who's serving 18 or 20 years in prison. They went to his house and they went to alert the neighbours. And because Jayda Fransen, I think, called him a Muslim rapist, she's been sentenced to 16 weeks in prison. Basically. And Paul Golding, I believe, has been released from prison, but this is what they've done to me. He's been released from prison for that offence. He's got conditions. He can't send emails, go on Facebook. He's not allowed to do fuck all. When I was released from prison for a so-called mortgage offence, I was told I was not allowed to contact anyone from the English Defence League. Now, what the English Defence League got to do with a mortgage fraud if it wasn't politically motivated? And even when there was a funeral, and I explained my friend had died, I was told I couldn't go to the funeral. There's some Muslim hijab-wearing women going into court, but I don't know that they're there to support these men. So I think it'd be unfair if I stuck cameras in their faces or asked them any questions. Once I've been into the court case, once I go in the court case, once I see who's there for them, then of course when I come outside the court afterwards I will question them. I will speak to them, see if they've got any sympathy with the young 11-year-old children, whether they stand by their family members, whether they think what their family members have done is wrong, or whether they think this is all one conspiracy to get them because they're Muslims.
Still doing ADL thing?
Nah. Just doing this, just doing a media, mate. Just trying to show people who are watching. Yeah. This is what's happening. This is what the case is. This is how many girls were victims. This is what they've said, and this is what they've done. Yeah, mate.
Not fucking hanging. That's all I can. I'm swearing.
It's
They're
all
not
right.
hanging.
No.
Not fucking
Oh, they do in prison. I know. You've been in there.
Just got out.
You just got out. What was it like?
Shit.
Oh, this is for you. Quick 2 minutes with you.
Are you going to arrest me?
Michael is going to explain what's going to happen next, right?
Am I being arrested?
You are being arrested.
I am being arrested.
Causing a breach of peace.
I've caused a breach of peace. I'm being arrested.
But the content of what you're
Can we just say
streaming.
The content of what I'm streaming, I'm being arrested for breach of the peace. I'm being arrested for breach of the peace. You've all watched this. You've all watched this. You've all watched this. You've all watched this. Can you get me a solicitor? Can you get me a solicitor?
Can you just turn off your live feed?
Can you get me a solicitor?
Turn off your live feed, please.
Yeah?
Do you understand what I've just said?
No, can you explain it again?
Do you understand suspicion causing a breach of the peace?
What does that mean? 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 What does that mean?
I've been told that from the feed you're doing on your Facebook live.
Yes.